Okay, team. We are coming off a perfect 6-0 victory against the Hamden Hydreigons. But this week, we go back to our division to face the Oregon Duckletts, the team that was formerly known as the Dallas Manectrics, a name that I'm sure you all have seared into your heads because they delivered a 4-0 loss to us in week 3, and we are coming to repay that back. However, there is a lot more on the line this week than just revenge. This match is all about the division. If we take this match, then we will be in the top seed for not only our division, but the entire conference. We will have the best record going into week 10, with only 3 games left to go. However, if we lose here, then we will be 2 games behind the Oregon Duckletts, and in the wild card race, essentially, and we could potentially choke our season away. So we have to make sure that that does not happen. So I have the utmost faith in you after last week's victory and after our dominant victories in the past several weeks. I have full faith in you that we will go forward as the top seed going into the last quarter of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, the new Staryu is rising. And now, welcome to the field, your Week 9 Dallas Staryu. Leading us out, this Pokemon hopes to do something to the Dallas Staryu. It's been a sleeper all season. It's Bardus! When our opponents see this baby, they shit their diapers. Beetle Tap! Playing a defensive chaos role. When you play with this fire, you get burned, toxic, or confused. It's Lumiere. Playing special teams, don't you dare use Scald or Ice Beam on this thing. Wildlife. Coming in on offense, here to kick you in the balls. It's our critical hitting Bojack. And finally, rounding out the offensive core, fighting for truth, love, peace, and justice.
Hi, are you guys here for the tour? I'm Kathleen. Come up, we'll get started. So this here is the Lucky 7 house, which was a punk house from 1984 to 2012 when it was officially placed on the register of Portland Historic Homes. You will notice a smattering of couches on the porch. For punks, couches were considered a status symbol. All right, come on in. So come on and follow me into the living room. Lars, you're going to be here for this? Mm-hmm. So Lars will be joining us for this. Often, many people would be staying at the house at once, often more than should be legally allowed.
That's because punks were not interested in making it your way.
So you'll find outdated cameras and outdated cassette tapes recording over other recorded music. So the next part of
music, I suppose, yes. The pop DJs stood at attention and the people just fed off of it. Yummy. Can I have some more slop? The Descendants stayed right here.
Great.
Vic Venom was here and he farted like this.
Good evening, I'm Coach S. Plancer of the Dallas Staryu, and this is our Week 9 battle against Oregon Duckletts, coached by Johnny. This was formerly the Dallas Manectrics, which was coached by Lucky, and they are the only team so far this season to give me a really devastating loss. My other 2 losses have been really close, so I'm hoping to get some revenge here. And we are going to send him battle invite here. Now let's see how this goes. Pretty nervous because this is a team that beat me pretty decisively the first time. So I don't want to take another 4-0 loss, obviously. I want to take a win. Because if I win here, then I will be at the top of the division. I'll be tied record with Oregon Duckletts if I win, but because my differential is better than his, that means that I will, if I win, be ranked number 1 in the division going into the final 3 weeks. So that is the goal here. So we're going to go battle start. We're going to choose our party Pokemon here. And I'm going to open off with Manectric here and try to switch through the Flame Orb. That's the plan. Okay, so we got Tyranitar. We got Charizard Y. We got P2. We got Magneton. We got Slowbro. And we got Klefki. So yeah, my opening play is definitely to lead off with Bolt. And we're going to switcheroo the Flame Orb. If I get the Porygon 2, that means I'll take its Eviolite. If I get the Tyranitar, I'll burn it. So yeah, that's going to be my play here. That's his plan. Turn 1, switcheroo. So here we go. We're getting into this battle. He selected his Pokemon pretty quickly too, so let's see how this goes. What's he opening off with? He's issuing a challenge. And he opens up with Tyranitar. So if he's Choice Scarf, I'm gonna find out right here. I'm gonna find out right here if he's Choice Scarf. He's gonna do the Sandstream. I am going to switcheroo though and burn this in. So still same plan, switcheroo, burn. And then I'll Volt Switch. So let's do that. Switcheroo, burn. Let's go. And I'll be able to see what item he's got here, too. Because I'll take his item. Maybe it'll be a Choice Scarf, in which case he'll have to beat me and probably kill me, actually. But then I go into Mega Gallade and I can set up a Sword Stance. But he's taking a little time to think about his play here. And I'm going to use Switcheroo and I'm going to burn this thing. So I'll give you a Flame Orb, and I will take your Lumberry, and you're going to Pursuit. That's pretty funny. And now you are burned, motherfucker. So now, do I Hidden Power Fighting you? I think so. Yeah, I'm going to Hidden Power Fighting. I use Hidden Power Fighting, and this is going to do a boatload of damage to this Tyranitar. As it does. A critical hit, and he's going to set up his Stealth Rocks. So how much is Volt Switch going to do now? If I do that. Manectric versus Tyranitar. I want to find out what we got here. What we got going on here. Okay, HP Fighting with a crit. Did about that much, so Volt Switch. I think I can Volt Switch. I think I'm close enough where I can Volt Switch. I think it'll actually be a roll, but I think I can just Volt Switch. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Volt Switch and pick up some momentum here. Well, not pick up momentum because I kill you. Okay. So you are going to stay alive. So now what do I go into? What do I go into? Probably, to be honest, probably Twilight. So I'm going to go into Twilight. Because I think the plan here, you're going to crunch. Alright, so Tyranitar goes down. Alright, so Gliscor against Slowbro, because I think that's going to be the next to come in. If you're defensive, it would be best if you're defensive. Alright, let's see Ice Beam too. I want to see Ice Beam. And I want to see what my percentage is. I don't know what you are exactly. You could be offensive. If you're offensive, I believe you'll kill me. And this is kind of a bit of a gambit here. So let's see where my health is. 124 divided by 182 is 68%. So if you Ice Beam me, that would kind of be a roll even if you're defensive. But you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to sub, expecting you... I'm going to sub. I'm going to sub, expecting you to use some kind of move here. You're gonna stall. You're just gonna go straight for the stall. Which kind of makes me wish that I actually just went for the... Okay, 79 divided by 180. 43%. So now I'm within range of stall. I'm gonna pop the Landsat Berry. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pop the Landsat. Fuck the Rock Polish, I'm popping the Landsat. There's my Landsat Berry. As you're gonna Ice Beam right there. So, we know that Slowbro here. Slowbro has Scald and Ice Beam. So I'm gonna Baton Pass right here. Obviously, into Kingdra. You're gonna Ice Beam right there. And now I'm gonna set up a sub. Now I'm gonna set the sub up. So let's sub. So I got my max crit thing. I'm not max speed though, which kind of sucks. But if I can set the sub up, I can do some work. I'm hoping that you switch out here, going and preserve your Slowbro. You are going to withdraw, so I'm going to set the sub up. Hopefully you go into Klefki. You go into Klefki. Perfect. As I set up the sub, so now I can get some big damage off on this Klefki. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to surf, and this will be a crit. So let me go to my Kingdra calcs. Klefki, surf. So if you're special, it won't kill. If you're physical, it might kill. So let's take a look at physical real quick. Okay, if you're physically defensive, surf should kill. If you're specially defensive, it won't. But you are going to withdraw. So that's pretty interesting. As you're going to go into Magneton. And Magneton should be able to eat this up pretty well. Oh, you don't need that help at all. Holy shit. So Magneton's going to go down to the surf. So now you pretty much have to come in. You have to come and break my sub. That's what you have to do. You have to break my sub. You're probably going to do that with Slowbro. I'm going to drop a Draco on the Slowbro. We'll find out just how bulky you are. Because we are going to drop the Draco right here. And this will be a critical hit, obviously. We'll see if Kingdra can knock out the Slowbro. Kingdra knocks out the fucking Slowbro. Fucking nice. So now Slowbro's down. So now it's probably P2 next. Either P2 or Charizard Y. Yeah, Charizard Y. What's my best against Charizard Y? Probably the Draco Meteor. But the Surf will do better. I mean, you can break my sub with this though, and that's probably what you're going to go for. So I am going to drop the Draco because that will kill you. And pray I don't miss. But I will take out big threat here with the Draco Meteor. So here comes Mega Charizard Y, Mega Evolving. He's going to go for an attack because he will be faster than me. As he will use Solar Beam. But regardless, I should break the sub. I should kill this Mega Charizard Y as long as I hit the Draco. And I do hit the Draco, and this is a dead Mega Charizard Y. So now it's going to be Klefki and Porygon 2. And Klefki, you know, you're probably going to go for the Thunder Wave or something like that. But if I take down Klefki, even if I get paralyzed or something like that, then I can go in with Mega Gallade and kill the Porygon 2. So right now we're looking up. All I have is P2 and Klefki left. So Bojack here is the star of the week here. Bojack, man. You're going to trace my sniper, whatever. As I'm going to set up a sub. I wonder if Porygon 2 can actually break my sub. Because I got if you're defensive. You might be able to. You might be able to. It might be best just to drop the Drake. I think that's what we're going to do, because you're not going to let me set up a stub, I'm pretty sure. And try attack. 63 divided by 163. 38% is where I'm at. So try attack won't kill me. So we're going to drop the Draco. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to drop the Draco here. We're just going to go for the attack. We'll see how bulky you are. As that does 50%, so I will be able to get a 2-hit KO on this. As you're going to Thunderbolt, that's not going to kill me. Yep, that's not going to kill me. I'm going to be able to drop another Draco and knock this thing out. The thing is that Klefki, when you come in, you're now in the sun, so it's not going to do as much. But I mean, Klefki will be all that you have left, so. I'm going to drop the other Draco, and this should take down Porygon too, so all you'll have left is Klefki. So Kingdra here doing the finest of work. The finest of work. And all that's left is Klefki, whom I do not really fear. There's the Klefki. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Lumiere, and I'm going to take you out with a Fire Blast. And preserve the 6-0. You're going to Thunder Wave, so I mean I could have gone for the attack, but that's okay. I should be able to take you out with Lumiere. Lumiere should be able to do it. If not, I'll be quite surprised. So Fire Blast should take this out, especially since we're in the sun. You're going to Foul Play. That's not going to do a lot. I'm defensive, so yeah, that doesn't do anything. Has a critical hit even. So I'm going to do the Fire Blast. I do connect the Fire Blast. This should knock out Klefki, especially being in the sun. And Lumiere picks up the final kill. And your Dallas Staryu gets a second 6-0 in a row. So we definitely take the top of the division in a very good match against the Oregon Duckletts. So, like, this was a fabulous match. I feel like my strategy paid off here. I'm sorry to 6-0 you, Johnny. I know no one likes to be 6-0'd, but I do look forward to meeting you in the playoffs, because I'm certain that we are going to have another match soon. So until next time, next week we face Cloud Envy, the Jersey Devils, in our last interdivision match of the season, and we hope to continue our winning ways. So this has been Coach Escalancer, and we are signing out. And now, Victor E. Red's 3 victory stars of the game. Coming in at number 3 is from your Dallas Staryu, and that is Bolt the Manectric, who brought the Flame Orb with Switcheroo to burn the Tyranitar in the opening turn. Following that up with a Hidden Power Fighting with a crit, it did tremendous damage. It was a 2-hit KO regardless. And then the Volt Switch on turn 3 allowed Tyranitar to die to the burn and get the matchup that Dallas Staryu wanted, which was the Gliscor versus Slowbro. So Manectric doing things for the Dallas Staryu for the first time all season, and that is why it is Victory Star. Number 2 also comes from your Dallas Staryu, and that is Twilight the Gliscor, who took advantage of the predicted matchup of Slowbro versus Gliscor to substitute down to a Lansat Berry, and proceeded to pass that Lansat Berry, that focus energy boost, into a Scope Lens Kingdra, allowing that Kingdra to have a 100% critical hit rate. It did its job spectacularly, and that is why it's number 2 Victory Star. But finally, no surprise, number 1 Victory Star comes from the Dallas Staryu, and that is our 4-kill Kingdra, Bojack, coming in with the Scope Lens after receiving the Focus Energy boost. Tore a hole through the Oregon Duckletts with the combination of Surf and Draco Meteor, taking advantage of a predicted switch out of Slowbro to set up a substitute on the incoming Klefki so that it could not be Thunderwave was absolutely genius, and it paid dividends. Because once that substitute came up, it was sacking Pokemon left and right for the Oregon Duckletts, until finally all that was left was a Klefki which Bojack could switch out into Lumiere to clean up the last Pokemon. So with that, the Dallas Staryu take the second 6-0 in a row and move to a very favorable position in the playoff race at the top seed of the conference. And we hope to stay there. Leave your comments down below, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to see more. Go check out Johnny of the Oregon Duckletts, check out his channel, subscribe to him, make comments on his videos, don't just look. And we will see you next week when we face the Jersey Devils.